What's going on, RNG fans? We're back with another RNG recruit interview. We have got a special one with us this time, man. This is one of the guys that, I've gotten a chance to know throughout the recruiting game and stuff, and reps the state that I'm from, Alaska, very proudly. It's great to have him back on, man. This is a 2024 defensive lineman who I consider to be a future stud. No doubt about it. He's about to introduce himself to you right now.
Yeah, appreciate it. My name's David Palepale, class of 24, defensive tackle. And like he said, I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, born and raised until I was 14 and moved here to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, my new home in 2020. Since I've been here, I played for Hempfield High School, um, played varsity football and started for 3 years. And now I'm blessed to be in the position I'm at right now with 24 Division I offers.
Yeah, 24 now, huh?
Yeah.
And congratulations, bro. I mean, from coming from Alaska, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It is. It ain't easy to come from out of the state, man. So, congratulations. Honestly, like, congratulations is due.
Thank you.
So, just from the jump, what's your current height and weight right now?
As of my last visit, I was 6'2.5" and 306.
Okay. What's your comfortable playing weight? Where do you want to be at for the season?
I want to start off at like 295,
Okay.
knocking 300, and then from there, as the season goes on, my body usually gets used to playing no matter what weight I'm at. I think that's where I want to start off, being in good condition. My bad.
So this off season, I mean, what's been, it's one thing or a couple things, but what has been kind of a focus for you to, take your game to the next level? You know what I'm saying? Like, what have you really focused on this off season?
A lot of the small stuff,
Yeah.
like my technique, like with all like now I'm not trying to wow nobody with like my athleticism really. I'm just trying to get all the small stuff down so that it just boosts and helps my athleticism stick out even more.
Yep.
That way I put myself in position just to use the athleticism I have and perform well. So I've been just like working on my get off, um, hand placement, my drive, and staying low. Those are
Oh, I think we lost him there for a sec. Hey, we
oh,
lost you. We lost you for a sec.
where was I at?
You were just talking about just what you were continuing to do this off season as
Right.
far as from what it sounded like, you're wanting to start to use your athleticism more and start to
Yeah,
get a little faster, get a little more burst, because you've already got the power. So it sounds
yeah,
like you wanted to start to work on that other side of it, that the athleticism a little more. Sometimes finesse comes into that as well, even though
yeah,
you're a power guy. But you know what I'm saying though.
yeah.
But so what are you doing? One of the biggest things by far, and I always hear it from any of the former Canes players I've ever talked with, or guys
Yeah.
that in the NFL I've talked with and stuff. And it's foot speed, man. It's foot speed, foot speed, foot speed. They say that's one of the most important things that anybody in the trenches, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, can
Yeah.
have when they're heading into college. What are you doing to increase your foot speed?
Um, I haven't really worked on that specifically. I've been just working on my speed in general, change of direction. Um, really just learning how to run first.
So,
That's a good start.
more of a
Yeah,
full package instead of just one thing. Yeah,
yeah.
I
And then
got you. I got you.
later on, when I get all of this down and start really becoming a professional player,
Yeah,
I think that's when I start taking that
I got
seriously.
you. I got you. I got you. And I can't remember now how long you've been playing football.
Since I was 6,
Right. It's been a while.
11 years now.
Yeah, I figured it was a while. I just couldn't remember how long
Yeah.
ago it was. So when you're working on your athleticism, like we've talked about, you're working on speed, burst, all that kind of stuff. What in the weight room is helping you with that? Because you're not like really working on getting more
Yeah.
bulk or anything like that. But what in the weight room is helping you with burst and all those kind of things?
One thing that I'd say that helps me tremendously is my power clean.
Mhm.
I've finally started to learn my technique in that, and now I'm adding more weight, and I think that's been big help. That Nordic hamstring, those help a lot. It's a lot of lower body stuff, single leg deadlifts, rear foot elevated squats, like things like that. That's what I've been really hitting the most this offseason.
What positions have you played on the defensive line?
I've played every position. I played edge. I played defensive end, defensive tackle, nose. You name it. I played it.
What are they lining you up at this upcoming season?
Right now, um, I might play end to start off,
Okay.
and then once the young guys start to learn and know what they're doing, I'll probably go back to nose.
Okay.
And there.
Okay. And I've asked you this before, but I can't remember. It's been like I said, it's been a
Yeah.
minute since we had a chance to talk. But who's the rival high school for you guys down at Hempfield? Who's that big rival?
Manheim Township.
Okay. What was that like last time you guys played?
Um, so we ended that series 1-1, and they got us when it meant the most in the playoffs, and they smoked us 42-7.
Oh man, so you guys looking for the get back, right?
Yeah, for sure. We got
Yeah.
them at home this year too.
Okay. You really looking to get them back then? That's
Yeah.
for sure. Is there any big games on your upcoming schedule that are out of the norm, or is it pretty much kind of just a normal season for you guys?
um, I wouldn't say our schedule is is tough. I think it's always been like that.
Yeah,
We play guys, who have divisional offers, and the teams
for sure.
they're pretty stacked. I wouldn't say that this year is any more exciting than last year. I think it's because we play the same teams,
I got
but
you. Okay.
it's exciting. I think as far as because I'm the only returning starter on defense,
Oh, okay.
so
Wow.
I'm yeah, I'm just excited to see what we have this year and how we can do.
Well, man, with you being the being the only one coming back as a starter, man, that puts you and especially your age as well, it puts you in a leadership role for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, David, tell me, man, like what kind of leader you gonna be? Are you gonna be vocal? You're gonna be a guy who leads by example, little of both? How do you do that?
My coach has done a great job with me. He just letting me be me. Um, and he knows that he's been instilling in me like no matter what I think or what I try to say to myself that I'm a leader simply because of what I have going for me. And I've never been the one to talk like yell at guys and get on this, get on that. I've been just kind of just I do my thing and then people just follow suit. And so this year that's changed a lot because now I'm starting to take guys under my wing and not so like yell at them or talk anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I'll bring some of the defensive ends, like pull them aside and just teach them up, and they like it. And I think that's been creating a great chemistry this year.
Yeah.
A lot of the young guys love to practice on defense simply because we just have these little talks of, you know, this how you supposed to do this. This if you want to learn how to get better at that, you got to do this.
That's
And
great.
coming
Yeah.
from me instead of the coaches, I think they've taken it a lot better, and it's
That's
been great
awesome.
to see.
That's awesome, dude. I'm glad that your coaching staff has allowed that to happen. They've
Yeah,
allowed you, like you said, to be you. So I
yeah,
mean, if that works, why break? Just keep
exactly.
moving with it, man.
For sure. And I've been nothing but great, like appreciative for what they do for me and
Yeah,
how
you've always told me that coaching staff means a lot to you, man.
yeah,
Helping you out coming in from Alaska, kind of inviting you in to their home, basically.
yeah,
From out of town and stuff like that, and showing them. So Pennsylvania, we both know is a little different than Alaska. That's for sure.
yeah. What's funny was when we first moved here, I was attending like the freshman practices, and the freshman coach he was like, "You sure you live in this area?" Because we were still looking for a house, but my mom got a job right next to her, so I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You sure we could buy you a house here if you don't have one?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got one here."
We'll
But it
be
is
good.
funny.
They want to make sure you are staying right there. That's what they want. So, in your mind, David, what traits make an elite defensive lineman, mentally and physically?
Physically, you just gotta be mean. You just gotta have that motor. Like the
That
guy in
dog.
front of you can't mess with you. I think that's one of the things you gotta have as a defensive lineman. And mentally, you gotta know what you got. Like your neck, you can't just stick with one move. You have to have a plan B.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the biggest things. Guys go into like a pass rush, for example. They get stalemated, and they just give up. Um, yeah, I think you should always have a backup plan to fall on.
absolutely.
And I think film helps with a lot of it. That's what I try to do a lot. I fell in love with watching film, and I think that's what's helped me become a better defensive lineman and a better player in general.
Yeah, man, it's amazing how much film study can help you out and how it helps you notice those little things that
Yeah,
you might, when things are going down on the field, it's fast, it's boom,
yeah.
bang, boom. It's sometimes it's bloody, it's ugly, you don't get to see everything.
That
But
pre-snap key, those pre-snap keys can tell you a lot,
a
and it
whole
can help
lot,
you out in the
man,
long run.
a whole lot, especially
Save
for a
me.
guy like you, sitting right there in the middle of that
Yeah,
defensive line. You can eat on that, bro.
exactly.
I'm kind of curious here. When your staff is asking you to get some quarterback pressure from the interior, what's your
Yeah.
favorite pass rush move?
Favorite pass rush move? Man, you can ask any of the staff members. It's the side swipe.
Side swipe?
Yeah, I like to do a hezzy,
Mhm.
get the guard or the center to step one way, shoot their hands, and I'm swiping them off. Got
And
that
that's
from Aaron Donald. That boy Aaron Donald,
I was
dirty.
actually gonna ask you, I was gonna say, was there any players or something you looked up to get that kind of stuff? Is there any
Yeah.
other players besides Aaron Donald you look up to get some tips from?
Christian Wilkinson. That's probably the biggest one I watch.
Yeah,
Him.
yeah,
Um,
fantastic. Good.
and Demarcus Lawrence. Cause I'm a Cowboys fan. You see the flag up there, but I just watch those guys. I think I can compare myself to them pretty well. Match up in size with Christian Wilkinson, and just he sticks out on the film. You watch him, you can tell who he is.
Yeah,
Um, his character says a lot on the field, and just the way he plays. I mean, it inspires me to play the same way.
yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that. That's a great description of looking up to a player, honestly, that I've heard from a recruit. I mean, I can tell you're truly watching the film. You're really watching these guys, It's
Yeah.
more than just like, oh man, wow, he's awesome, You're really watching the small stuff. What gets you most excited on game day? Oh, we lost him for just a sec again. He'll probably pop right
Oh,
back.
okay, we're
There we go. We got you back.
I don't know why he keeps doing that.
It's all good, man. It doesn't. At least it doesn't happen for long.
Yeah.
I was just asking, what gets you most excited on game day? If it's something that happens on the field, if it's pregame, whatever.
Yeah.
What gets you going?
Uh, this one's tough. I guess more so of like the opportunities that present itself when I play. Um, like the chance of me playing, well, like especially last year, with scouts there, I was like that motivated me to just play even better.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely. Kind of give you a push, give you a reason to really want to take your game to that higher level.
Yeah, it was like, oh, this guy's in the stands. I gotta
Yeah,
perform well.
time to put on that A game.
Yeah.
So, if you had to describe your game to somebody who's never seen, oh, we lost you again. We'll get him back soon, I bet, though. It seems to be the trend, anyways.
Oh, okay, it's back.
You good?
Yep.
All right. I was gonna say, describe your game to somebody that has never seen your film. How would you describe your game to them?
Um, Disruptive, smart football player. You could tell that um, just by the way before the ball snapped, I'm pointing out things. I'm talking to the guys. Um, Quick and versatile, I'd say.
So when the last snap is done, in high school football, the last game has been played. What do you want to be remembered for your high school legacy? Like what kind of player do you want to be remembered as? Not just a player, but as a person as well.
Yeah. Um, I, I've always looked up to like some of the guys that in Anchorage, Alaska, is like you watch them. You don't even have to watch them. You just hear about them, and they talk about you as a football player and how like great he is, and then they bring up the person aspect, like, oh, not only is he a good football player, he's a great person. I just want to kind of leave that kind of legacy behind. Um, Not only being a great football player, but inspiring young kids as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
I go to these youth camps that our team provides, and our teacher actually had a kid there that I didn't know, and she Schoology messaged me, so on like the school website thing.
Mhm.
I was just telling me about how his favorite time at the camp was the time I spent with him because we didn't really make it about football. We just made it about having fun, and he just
Yeah.
laughed the whole time. So I like things like that. I want to leave behind.
That's a fantastic legacy to leave behind, bro. Honestly, that's a fantastic one. So we're gonna jump into recruiting now. How are you enjoying the process still? I know you've gone through a lot lately, man. I know you've gone through a whole
Yeah,
lot. Are you enjoying what's going on right now?
more. Yeah, as of right now, I am. Especially the official visits, they've been really good. Um,
Tell me
I
about tell me about some of those visits, man.
um, so I've been on two. I've been to Penn State and Michigan,
Okay.
and they've been really well. They've been both family like environments. Um, I get along well with like all the players there. We mesh really well, and then the people are just great. Like every single person down, like yeah, at both schools, just great people. And then I have one USC the last weekend of this month, the 23rd and 25th.
That's a big one right there. Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
man. That's a big one. So what is it about USC that has you? I mean, of course there's many things about USC that make it an attractive school for a recruit, but for you, what is it about USC that you really like that makes you want to take that OV?
I grew up a fan of USC.
Okay.
My dad, he and his whole family is USC fans, and that kind of just made me a fan. Yeah, I didn't experience the Reggie Bush days or anything like that, but growing up, you always see like the 30s on 30s on USC and their scandals and things like that. And yeah, just as a fan, it influences my liking towards them.
I got a question about, when you're on your Michigan visit, and that you're up in that stadium. What was that like seeing that stadium? I mean, I heard it's just, I mean, it's huge, just massive.
It's crazy, and it doesn't help that they're getting even bigger scoreboards or the jumbotrons. Man, it's like
Wow.
walking into a store as a little kid and just seeing like candy everywhere.
I've heard like they're just the whole football facilities now is just decked out from top shelf,
Man,
every like everything.
Jordan brand everywhere.
That doesn't hurt.
Crazy.
That doesn't hurt.
Crazy.
That Jordan brand packs some power, bro. You already know.
Yeah.
Do you have everything set up for your OV to USC already?
Yeah, everything's all good to go.
All right, right on, right on, man, right on. What are you I understand the reason that you want to go there, but what are you kind of hoping to see while you're there? You've been to Penn State, I mean, which
Yeah.
I know Penn State has got a really nice campus too. You've been
Yeah.
to Michigan, who's got kind of an insane campus, especially
Yeah.
when you're in football facilities. What are you hoping to see from USC?
Uh, I
Or,
I saw I went on an unofficial about 3 weeks ago.
okay,
I got a feel for what it has to offer and what Coach Newell has to offer.
yeah.
I think for me on this official visit is getting my family out there because when I went, it was just me and my little brother. I think that's one of the biggest, like that's the biggest thing for me is getting my whole family out there and experiencing it.
That's nice. You're gonna get your whole family. Did your family get to go to your other visits as well?
Yeah, they've been on Penn State and Michigan.
Okay, that's great, man. That's just great, dude. I'm glad to hear that you're getting to get the whole family out there to get that experience, dude.
Sure.
That's you keep that tight circle, you always have. So I mean, it's important, man. It's important to keep around those people that you trust, and know are going to lead you in the right direction.
Definitely.
So man, just in like regards, for football and stuff, what do you got coming up next for you?
Um, right now in the high school, we're doing just off-season workouts and getting ready for the season. As far as college and my decision, I'm looking to decide July 1st.
Okay.
I think that's when I'm going to commit and make my decision.
Okay. Man, yeah, it's not too far away then.
Nope.
Well, David, man, I mean, honestly, the only other two questions I really got for you, it's not even really this one's not a question, but this one is go ahead and plug your social media accounts, so people can find you
online. It's pretty simple. My Twitter and my Instagram handle is David.Palepale, DEYVID.PALEPALE. That's both of my Twitter and my Instagram.
Okay. And the last question I got for you, man, is the last question I've asked you before, even on previous interviews that we've had. But the answers change.
Yeah.
Why do you love the game of football, David? What gives you that passion to go out there and compete at such a high level on a weekly basis?
I'd say it's my parents and my great grandparents. I'm fortunate enough to have both my mom and my dad, and then even more fortunate enough to have met my great grandmother and my great grandfather. I think they motivate me the most to do well, not only in football but in everything.
That's awesome, man. That's amazing. You had that experience to meet them and to get to know them and stuff, dude. That'll definitely give somebody some drive, no doubt. That'll give somebody some drive. Well, David, man, I truly appreciate you just taking the time, man, to jump on here, let fans get a little more familiar with what you got going in your off season and your recruiting.
Yep.
Apparently, folks need to be watching out for July 1st. I guess it sounds like, sounds like things might go down on July 1st. So, man, just, best of luck with whatever happens. You already know, man, I'm going to be rooting for you no matter what school you go to. I got your back, dude, no matter what. You're repping Alaska. You got the state. This state is going to be repping your back. There's no doubt about it.
Appreciate it. I thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Man, no problem. It was a pleasure to have you out here on the RNG platform. It was a pleasure, David. You have yourself a good night, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep, you too.
All right, guys, that was 2024 defensive lineman Deyvid Palepale out of the state of Alaska, where I'm from. I gotta rep it. Definitely gotta rep it. As you guys see, got the Alaska right behind me as well on the wall. I can't be prouder, honestly. I just feel extremely proud of what David is doing for the state of Alaska and using his platform to still let people know that home for him is Alaska. Even though he's living in Pennsylvania and doing his football down there, home for him is Alaska. And I truly appreciate his approach on that. I really do. And I know that the sport up here is developing and it's growing. And I'm actually going to have some players on for interviews from up here, guys who are actually getting, some offers from colleges. So keep your eyes open for that, because that's just going to be just a very unique kind of different experience, something that no one else is doing as far as I know. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that. And once again, thank you for joining us for another RNG Recruit Breakdown. David's always a great guest to have on. Nothing but future success and blessings for him. And like he said, July 1st is the date. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.